Now first off, we're going to look at the 1913 wheat penny. Now wheat cent, 1 cent coin, however you prefer to say it. I'm not going to be politically correct, you know. It's a penny, it's a 1 cent coin, it's a wheat cent, it's a Lincoln cent, it's whatever you want to call it. Alright, so here's the 1913 D. Now this is graded at an extra fine 45. You know, typically condition coin like this you find in pocket change. You know, of course we're not finding 1913s every day, but if you do go to the bank and search coin rolls, find wheat pennies all the time, mostly just 40s and 50s, but there's times where you can actually find some older pennies like this. Now this coin did sell for around $50, but if we look at the higher graded version of this coin, graded at a mint state 66, so red, this coin is a beauty. It is in excellent condition, and because of that, and because of the high grade, which is the condition of the coin, it sold for over $10,000. So $50 penny versus a $10,000 penny right there. First coin, no clickbait. Those are real prices of what these coins have sold for. Now for the 1913, this is the no mint mark. This coin is graded at an AU 53. The coin grading scale goes up to 70 if you're not familiar with that. This is at a 53. This coin only sold for around $35. Now if you were looking at the higher graded version of the coin, this coin sold for over $34,000, but it wasn't a famous collection, so that's got a lot to do with it. But the grade of the coin is going to have a huge effect on the coin prices. So we'll actually look at some error pennies to look for here in just a moment. But in 1913, we also have the proof penny, which here is graded at a proof 66 red. And because of that high grade, this coin sold for over $27,000. That's right, $27,000. Now also for the 1913, we have the S mint mark, regular business strike, and this coin sold for over $70. So this here is graded at an extra fine 45. Nothing too crazy there. But if we go to the high version of the coin, this coin sold for over $60,000 because of its high grade. And we see that S mint mark there underneath the date if you guys are new to coin collecting. But let's check out these other wheat pennies that are worth money. We're gonna look at a 1914 Lincoln cent. Now they produced over 75 million 1914 no mint marks, which means they were produced in Philadelphia. However, the Denver mint, they made only 1.1 million. The San Francisco mint, you see there on 1914, they made 4.1 million. So here's an example of a 1914 D. Now why is this coin valuable even though it's not in a mint stated high graded coin, anything like that? It's valuable because of its low mintage 1.1 million. Of course the prices of these coins will vary based on the condition of each coin. This particular coin here sold for over $2,600. Moving right along to a 1922 no D with a strong reverse. Now if you're not too familiar with this coin, I've done a whole video on it, so be sure to go check that video out. All the penny videos are in my penny playlist on my channel, Couch Collectibles. So in that video I explained in 1922 they only produced pennies with the D mint mark. However, this one does not have the D mint mark. And they only produced a little over 7 million of those coins. This penny sold for over $7,000. Next up is the 1926 S San Francisco minted Lincoln penny. Now they only made 4.5 million of these coins. This penny here sold for a little over $110. Moving right along to a 1931 S Lincoln penny. This is very valuable because they only produced 866,000 of these pennies. This is an extremely rare penny, key date penny, very low mintage. They only made 866,000 of them. Now, this penny is not in a very high grade, so it's gonna sell for a lot less. Now, if this penny was in much better condition, it would sell for a lot more money. This penny here sold for a little over $115. Moving right along to a 1941 double die obverse. Now here's a good example of how to explain why your pennies are valuable. So one we covered, they could be low mintage, They didn't produce many of them, so that can make your penny valuable. In this case, 1941, they produced over 887 million of these coins. So what makes this valuable is that it's got a double die obverse error taking place on it. So get you a cheap USB microscope. You can get them on couchcollectibles.com. You will be able to see your coins up close. That way you can look for doubling on the lettering or on the dates or any other part of the design on the coin. And like I said, an error is the second thing that can make your coin valuable. This penny here sold for over $110. Now, if it didn't have that error, it really wouldn't be worth anything. In 1941, they were really common pennies. They produced a lot of them. Next up is a 1971 double die obverse. This is the same case. 1971, they produced tons, over 1 billion just of the Philadelphia Mint, almost 2 billion of the Philadelphia Mint. So they produced a lot of them. They are not rare. However, when you do find coins with double dies on them, that will make them a little more valuable. This penny here sold for over $125. Next up is the 1972, same error, a double die obverse, same story. It's not a low mintage coin, but it's got a double die. There's doubling taking place on the lettering and on the date, and that is what makes it valuable. This coin here sold for over $320. Moving right along with the same story, guys, in 1984 Lincoln Cent. Now, these coins that I'm showing you guys are not high-graded coins. They're definitely in the condition of what you could probably find in circulation in a coin roll. This 1984 penny, because of its double die obverse, the same error as the previous coins, sold for over $125. Alright guys, don't forget to subscribe in the middle. Check out the videos to the left of me if you want to watch some more coin videos. And until tomorrow, I'll see you all in the comment section below. This is Couch Collectibles, and this is where I disappear.